Welcome back to Belfast for the UK's strongest man. The rain hasn't stopped falling, but it didn't stop this man, James Fennelly, from breaking the world record in the brick deadlift.
James Fennelly is the name. I'm from Ireland. I'm 24 years of age. I'm training since I was about 18, 17, 18. I was always a big chap naturally, I started strongman maybe about a year ago. But I've always been kind of trained, always generally pulling and dragging out something, My goal for the future in strongman is obviously now I'm 24, I want to learn, I'm seeing all these big men and all these big lads lifting all these things. I want to learn from these lads, but eventually I want to get to the top.
The final event on day one, the skip load. The athletes have to load 3 items, which starts with this rubber tire weighing 90 kilos, moving on to the second item, which is this heavy looking chain, which weighs 110 kilo, and then finally, the third item is this barrel, which weighs a massive 145 kilo. They then have to push the skip all the way down the course as fast as they can, because the time matters, until the wheels clear the silver line. The fastest and fittest man will win.
Well, whilst already eliminated, Mike Williams there on your shot and Ken Nowicki of Scotland have had to pull out through injury.
Yeah, I've pulled tendons in my knee, so I've decided to pull out of the competition rather than injure myself more. Preston was a bad event for me, and then the sweet snatcher just sort of did me in. The deadlift I was happy, but then just nothing left in my knee, so I thought there's no point in me trying to keep going. Be as well resting it.
Well, certainly as we come into the first pairing of Andy Kearney and Dave McAneny, injury is an inevitable part, isn't it, of the sport?
Oh yes, you're massive. Strongman's the hardest sport of them all. Not only have you got to be incredibly strong, but incredibly fit. And you lift weights the size of cars, you're going to get injured.
Well, we've got Kearney on the left of your shot now, and the tyre loaded, as you can see. We're talking about 650 kilograms in total, with 345 kilograms being put into that skip, and we reckon the skip's around about 350. And that chain, very, very difficult to get in. It's an awkward shape. It takes some managing, and they've got 5 meters between the tyre and the chain, and then another 5 between the chain and the barrel, and then a 10-meter run into the end. There's also a 90-second time limit on this. That's the barrel. Now this is a very, very good performance indeed by McAneny. He's in very, very good shape, lots of time left.
Yeah, he's making good progress here. It looks like he's going to complete the course. He's just strapping onto the wheelbarrow now.
Well, I must say it looks a little bit further than 10 metres from that barrel to the line, but that's what the official verdict is. But anyway, it's the same for everyone. And he's there. That is a terrific performance indeed. That's the fastest by a long, long way at 61.07. And of course, Andy Kearney has got now to really start to get into this to get himself some valuable points.
Yeah, he's really got to buckle in now because he's losing big time on the clock. He's just wasting so much time.
Well, he's going to be timed out in a moment. 27, 28, yes. 29.
It's beyond him.
That's the time. It's gone. Well, he certainly got the barrel in, but his overall time 69.7. He could move it no further towards the finish line. So his time 69.7, but the winner, what a good performance, 61.07. And that's something that Jimmy Marku will have taken account of. He's up against Richard Gorvin. And of course, Marku, very, very athletic indeed. I would expect him to do well on this.
Yeah, you would, but Dave McAnany's really set a benchmark there.
Well, let's have a look here. It looks as though Gorvin going quite nicely at the moment. Now then, Jimmy Marku. He is now moving. Look at the speed at which he moved towards that chain. Now then, it took a little bit of time to get his wraps off the thing, but that was very, very quick indeed.
That was awesome. To put that chain in one go was awesome.
That's the first time I think we've seen that in this competition. Now he moves towards the barrel. That is going to be very, very quick indeed at the moment. Well, 61.07 was Dave McAnany's time. And it's going to be pretty close to that. Look at this.
Yeah, Jimmy's having no problem loading the skip at all.
Gorvin just comes to the barrel, as you can see. Once he gets that in, he's then got another 10 metres to go. Now then, once it's in, oh, look at this. Marku's coming towards the finish. Totally in control, no undulation of that skip. That is quick as well. It's not as quick as I was just looking at McEnany's 61.07. It's outside of around about 68.5, but a very fine performance.
It's a good performance and a respectable time from Jimmy Marku.
Now then, look at the clock. Short of the line. He's gone about, what, 3 or 4 metres.
Richard's going to run out of time here.
Time gone, and I'm just looking across, unofficially 4 metres towards the finish. But this is a man in very, very good form indeed. Total power. Well, the powerlifter, James Fennelly versus Dave Warner. 2 very powerful characters here, and I would expect them both to prevail.
Yeah, they'll both do very well here, you can be sure of it. Both very strong in the lower back, both with strong grips. They'll both finish in very good times, you can be sure of it.
Well, Fennelly is moving very quickly. The barrel about to go in, and then he'll make a rush to the line, and if he can get this in very quickly. The fastest time, 61.07. And this is Dave Warner. Slightly behind, as you can tell. He's put the barrel in, but Fennelly, well, he's already moving. There he is, he's already going. Look at the time. Well, he's got such a good time. And
Yes,
he's
he could obliterate
complete
this.
control, isn't he? Look at this. Just short of the line now, and he's not even gone a minute yet.
He's got to get it over the line, he's done it. Excellent time.
Well, what about that? That's got to be around about 55 seconds. Dave Warner coming in now, just across the line now. That's quick as well. That's the fastest and the 3rd fastest time overall in this competition. What a final challenge that was.
Excellent, a very impressive heat.
But Fennelly gets that in quickly too, just as Marku did. He's terrifically deceptive in his strength levels. The tallness tends to take away the strength. There's the result.
Yes, another great performance from James Fennelly, who takes that, getting 8 points. Dave McEnany 2nd, Dave Warner of Ireland 3rd, Jimmy Marku of England 4th, Ken Nowicki and Mike Williams unable to compete. So overall at the end of day 1, it's Dave Warner who leads the pack convincingly. Dave McEnany of England 2nd, and again an Irishman, James Fennelly in 3rd with 21 points. But Ken Nowicki and Mike Williams go home.
2nd in the group today. Tell me how pleased you were with your performance today.
Oh, I'm absolutely delighted with it. I come here first time in it, expecting to get through to my 2nd group on this day, because for the 2nd day, purely because 1 or 2 events didn't suit us today. But absolutely delighted with it, because tomorrow I'm hoping there's a couple of better events in for us, and that'll push us through to the final. It's very tight. Both groups are very tight this year, so we'll just have to see. That's all I can do. Best I can.
Group leader day 1, big stuff for you.
Yeah, I'm really chuffed to bits. Tomorrow's not a fantastic day for me event-wise, so I've got a few points in the lead there, so hopefully that'll help me get through to the finals with what's coming tomorrow.
Commiserations, Mike. It wasn't your day today.
No, it didn't go very well. It was always a bit of a long shot, and it didn't pay off. I had 2 weeks' notice to come out here, so it was a long shot trying to get into some sort of shape. And I think straight away with a Viking press, I could feel my back. I've basically got a disc out, pressed on the nerves there. So yeah, and had to call it a day.
First there are 8, and now there's 6. They go through to tomorrow for more UK Strongest Man action. Next time it's the 6 men in Group A battling it out.